Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Frantic Nerdcast after a little bit of a week off. How
Yeah.
are we doing?
We're doing good.
Are you all feeling healthy now?
Yes. So I'm like just at that point where you get the cough and you can feel it just coughing the shit out of you. I'm at that point now, but it's 2 weeks.
Well, I'm feeling refreshed and ready to go. I've had sleep this week.
That's unheard of.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
I'll go back to work next week.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
I've got like 2 more nights.
Very good, very good.
But I did. I've had a chance to watch some movies, do some painting, all that fun stuff.
Speaking of painting, I've had a lot of time to scroll Instagram at 2 a.m. in the morning, and like seeing some like slap shop paint videos and stuff. I'm like, I could do that. Maybe I'll start painting again.
Yeah, but you're like, okay, look, it's nice and easy, but then you realise I've still got to do like 80 of them.
Oh no, I'd just be buying like a model and just doing sort of like what we're doing for the thing. Because outside of playing my pigs in Age of Sigmar, and considering I haven't played Age of Sigmar for like 2 years now because of
isn't it a shit game now anyway?
I don't know. I've just fallen out with the meta because I haven't been going to CanCon, so I haven't been keeping updated. But yeah, that'll be the only thing I really go and play. So I'm like, I'll just paint those armies and everything else.
You got to get yourself a Warpath army, mate, so we can play some Warpath.
I've got Epic. I've got some Epic armies.
Well, we can proxy it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
definitely.
But I did get some of the Vermin painted.
Yep.
I've got I think I've got all the vehicles painted, and I've got one lot of troopery dudes painted.
Oh yeah, nice. They're
not amazing, but fuck, they're painted.
Mine aren't. Mine are built. That is a very big step for me. So yes, my intention is to get them base this weekend, nice base coat on them, and then work out what color scheme I'm going to go with. I'm thinking
because I stole yours.
You did steal mine. I was gonna go with a nice green, and then I seen AJ's all set up with a green on. I'm like, for fuck's sake, I'll go with something else. But I think I liked your suggestion. I think you said orange.
And purple.
Yeah, I think I'll run with something along those lines.
I would probably go purple as the main color with orange accents. Because a lot of people see an orange army and just like, oh my god, it's hideous. But I don't mind it. I did an Eldar army for Epic that was all just like an orange wash over them, which I thought it looked sick. So
yep. But that's probably what I'll be doing.
Orange and blue accents.
Yeah. I'll get into it this weekend, get them at least basic.
No, I've been doing homework for you lads. I've been doing a bit of reading, both reading with my eyes and reading with my ears. So we'll talk about that in a moment. I've watched a few different things and gone down the rabbit hole of SG1 again.
Oh, look out.
I know AJ's not a big fan of the show.
I love the show. It's just it's not a rewatchable show, in my opinion.
But to be honest, last time I rewatched it, I thought that some of the earlier episodes, like early seasons, weren't very good. There's still been a few episodes where I'm like, this is the episode I'll just scroll through and it's fine.
Yeah.
But some of the episodes I'm like, this is really entertaining. And like a 45-ish minute episode, which has a good start, middle and end, I'm like, I missed that. Because nowadays it's like an hour 20 or 30 minutes. Like it's
nothing in the middle, nothing in the sweet spot.
That 40-ish minute is a good sweet spot for TV shows and just some good old sci-fi. It's just good.
It is. It was a good show. I mean, in all honesty, I personally prefer Atlantis.
Atlantis, I think, is very good. I think it got shit on at the time because it sort of wasn't SG1 and things like that. And some of the characters, like they didn't have a lot of the named actors. Like this had Richard Dean Anderson, which sort of did a lot of heavy lifting.
The last 2 seasons had Samantha.
Amanda Tapping came back in for one season, and things like that. So like it had some star power towards the end of it, but when it started, it was sort of a few side characters that were in SG1 and some no-name sort of characters in there. So
I've never actually watched Atlantis, so I might have to give it a gander.
Dude, yeah,
Atlantis is very good.
Because when it first came out, I fell into that trap of because I loved SG1. When Atlantis came out, it wasn't SG1, so I'm like, and so I never got into it. So I seen like 1 or 2 episodes, and I was just okay. And it didn't grab me, but I think I would have a much better appreciation for it now than what I did back then.
It's just a bummer that they got halfway through, or not even halfway through, making the movie to end it, and it got cancelled. So there is no ending, because the show basically ends with the Wraith, who are the main antagonists of the show, coming to to Earth and our galaxy and ready for a new feeding ground, and then it's like dun dun dun, Atlantis returns home, and that's it.
Okay.
So
now I don't need to watch it. Thanks.
No, I still watch it. I would still watch it. I think it's still fantastic. So that and Universe was definitely
I loved Universe.
It was a much better show than what people gave gave it credit for. So I'm looking forward
and
to.
it unfortunately
only got 2 seasons.
ended on a cliffhanger, and a really good like it was a cliffhanger, but not a cliffhanger at the same time.
Yeah,
it was
good.
But looking forward to whatever their fourth show will be when it comes out next year. I think it is.
Yeah,
no idea.
You know
Well,
what?
there's Origins as well, which is like I said, it was online.
Oh
Online
yeah,
one.
I never got to watch that. And there's another prequel movie too. It's set before the original Stargate movie, so it's
I think that's just Origins collected.
Oh, is it?
I think so. Yeah.
Right, because it's like Catherine going through and how she like does work with the Stargate up
I
until
think that's
Daniel
Origins,
Jackson
from
and
memory.
stuff.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is.
Go watch SG1.
Do it.
You'll be happy with me as well, AJ.
Oh my God, really?
I dipped my toes finally into Fringe.
Hey, we'll put that up on the TV because I actually have that slide ready. Hey, that's blurry as fuck.
I do know what this show is.
Yes. So for those of you who don't know, Fringe is a show created by J.J. Abrams and some other people, but J.J. Abrams is the only name that we care about.
Yep.
Stars Joshua Jackson, Anna Torev, and what's his name?
Yep, that guy.
The other Australian. The funniest part is 2 of the cast are Australian.
Yep.
But it's basically it starts. Season 1 is we've talked about it before, I think.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Season 1 starts off as like an X-Files-esque Monster of the Week style show.
Mm-hmm.
And then pretty much by season 2, it turned into let's build a fucking universe and stories and like,
So even like
So
with what
good.
I'm watching now, like you say Monster of the Week, and I think that threw me at first because I was expecting a monster of the week.
It's just a week. Episodic stories.
And because of the nature of it, like as it comes up and like when it's doing its intro, it's like paranormal and a couple of other like little catchwords that throws at it for, like in that sci-fi realm. I'm like, okay, sweet. So when there was no monster, like quote unquote monster, I'm like, he's fucking got me, hasn't he? But no, it follows a really, really cool storyline. The way that they come together is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it was funny in the first episode, like she's got the love interest who's the partner and the FBI guy. And then they bring in Jackson's character and you kind of like, well, they've put their chemistry on the screen immediately, so there'll be something that happens there.
That's just Joshua Jackson, man. Anyone would have chemistry with that man.
But
He was brilliant in the Mighty Ducks.
Yep.
But then because you immediately go into, okay, well, how are they going to resolve like the current love interest, the FBI guy, and then he's fucking dead at the end of the episode. You're like, oh well, they cleaned that up pretty quickly, didn't they? There's other lingering parts to it which are quite interesting, which I won't go into. But yeah, I mean, it's fucking great.
It's
Really enjoying it.
It's hard to talk about seasons 2 on without spoiling
Yeah,
things.
yeah, of course. I'm up to like episode 8 or 9, I think.
But John Noble is the other guy's name.
Yep.
He is amazing, and he is such a talented actor in this.
He's incredible.
If you get a chance, what I want you to do after you finish each season, go on YouTube and watch the Comic-Con panel for like coming season 2 coming, season 3 coming kind of thing, and listen to them talk about the roles and stuff like that. They're so good. They're really good panels, and like the fan love is fucking mental for it. And just wait for season 5.
Yeah, okay.
Oh shit, season 5, and they wrap it up so well. They were told pretty much they had a season left.
Yep.
But they only had a half season. So this was back in the day of old 22 episode seasons kind of thing.
Okay.
Even that's fucking great.
Yeah.
I miss that. You can really sink your teeth into it.
So good.
One of the things that I love about Noble's character in there, and as you said, like he is incredible in it. He's, for context, he's been in Looney Bin for 17 years. He is a complete and utter genius at the forefront of everything that he touches and works on within the sci-fi realm, pushing the boundaries.
Him and a guy named Billy used to be
Bell. Billy Bell, isn't it? Yeah, Billy Bell.
Used to be scientists in the Fringe,
Yes.
in a Fringe science, which is like that out there science, like essentially like feeding kids LSD to see if they get telepathic powers and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And basically the show is based around
the repercussions of that.
experiments they did and the repercussions of those experiments and people finding them and recreating the Fringe science and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then there's other stuff as well that doesn't have to do with them, but they've got to figure it out. And Joshua Jackson is his son. He's an extremely smart guy as well.
Yep.
And Torves, Torev, I think it is. She plays an FBI agent.
Yeah, exactly. And the way that like he portrays the character who has been in a loony bin but is a fucking genius, and the way that he goes in and out of his lucidity during conversations and loses focus on the important thing but then gains something else and then you lose track of that, and the way that he slips in and out of it during a conversation, you're like, oh, fuck.
He's
so
such a good actor,
good.
He's such a good actor. And it's also got Lance Reddick in it, who most people would know from John Wick.
Yeah, as the concierge.
Yes.
He's the concierge. And he's fantastic. He doesn't sort of start off too much in it, and then he gets more screen time as the show goes on.
See, I thought he had, for what his role is, he's had a bit of screen time.
Yeah, not a super amount, but he gets a lot. And then you'll see lots of other sort of famous bit actors.
Yes.
That you'll see in a lot of different shows and stuff sort of pop up throughout the 5 seasons. But it is such a fantastic show, and I highly recommend everyone watch the shit out of it.
Another show that I've sort of been watching in the background that I kind of need to go back and rewatch because Lisa's been watching it is Discovery of Witches on Stan.
Oh yeah, the 3 seasons, I've got that.
Yeah.
I've watched that many times.
Yeah, so it's got
thoroughly enjoyable.
Matthew Good in it, who was in Department Q.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, basically it's sort of...
And don't forget the main actress, she's Australian.
No, that's the characters. Teresa Palmer.
That's it, Teresa Palmer.
I was thinking of the
she played
the character's name.
Number 2 in I'm Number 4. I think you ever see that movie?
Oh yeah, yeah.
The book,
yes.
yeah, she was number 2 or number 5 or whatever it was. 6. I don't know.
That's
whatever
where I
fucking number she
remember
was. But she's been a few other things.
But yeah, so it's basically just like a sort of current day setting with like all your fantasy like monsters like demons, witches, vampires.
Well,
all that
there's
sort of
the 3. There's like there's vampires, witches, and demons, and then there's humans obviously as well. And basically, she's a witch, he's a vampire. They kind of fall in love and stuff. But then there's this whole thing about a book that has all of the secrets in it, but
there's always a book.
It's never been able to be found, and for some reason, the book allowed itself to appear to her, and so everyone's after it. And then there's like an Illuminati kind of group of witches, demons, and all that are together that try and we don't want people to know about us, all that kind of shit. And they got some really good chemistry too, the 2 main actors.
There's some great characters in there that sort of just pick up. Like I said, I've been only like walking going, oh, he's in this show. Oh, fucking, he's in this show. Fuck, man, he's in this show. So, I think I really need to sit down and rewatch it myself.
I highly recommend it. It's actually, like, at first you kind of watch it and you're like, oh, this is just another Twilight.
Yeah, okay.
But then you're like, oh, no, this person, unlike Stephanie Myers, actually has talent. And it's actually really good. And then season 2, they really changed the show up.
Right.
And then season 3, they change it up again. You're like, oh, wow, okay, this is actually really good. It's not the same shit for 3 seasons.
Yeah, okay, awesome.
But yeah, I recommend that show. It's a really good show.
What is it? Discovery of Witches.
The Discovery of Witches.
Okay.
It's really good. You wanted to talk about some comic books.
Yes,
you finally read some.
I've been reading comics. So I've read 2 Batman-related storylines.
Good boy.
First one, Absolute Batman, because I figured that's what you boys have been talking about, so I'll read that.
So fucking good.
First of all, I fucking love the twist that like he's best mates with like Harvey Dent and the Penguin. I thought that was a really cool twist. But yeah, like some of the storylines...
Well, Harvey's not really new. They've always been mates. So like even through main comics, they're typically friends when he's Harvey Dent and whatnot. But
like
the
that
others,
sort of... it's their own little gangster thing. But yeah, like it was fantastic. This first storyline, like with Pennyworth, again, probably not a new storyline to some, but like feel like having Pennyworth as being not the butler, and having a bit.
No,
more
I think
to
that's the first time he hasn't been the butler.
Off the top of my head, it's the first time that he hasn't been his butler.
But yeah, like I loved it. The first arc was pretty good, and then the Bane arc I thought was fantastic.
But what I'll say is like the whole mercenary factor, like that's tied in with Pennyworth.
But it's always been
but
like my past.
Yeah,
never really delve into it.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like it's fantastic. I can't wait for more. So up to date with that one.
Well, the new who's that?
Well, I didn't move, so it can't have been me.
I think it's me.
The newest issue,
the front cover
has it's 100% you. Look at that. Sorry about that, folks. The newest issue has it's because he's fighting Poison Ivy at the moment.
Yeah.
And the newest issue's got him with a big fuck off chainsaw attached to his arm.
Yep.
I've just read up to episode 16, volume 16. So.
Yeah. Wow.
And like the twist on the Joker being like the Illuminati, like he's been immortal for like 200 years, and he just looks sick. So I can't wait to delve into that more.
The way that story was told as well, as Pennyworth actually stepped through this is the story, and then told the story again with a twist, and then told the story again with a twist, just to bring out that Joker-esque.
And even some of the sort of breadcrumbs you planted before, it was like, I should have told you about this guy, or I was this close to catching this guy who's been my life's work, and they pulled me away to here, sort of thing. So it was always foreshadowing to this moment, which is pretty cool.
I enjoy the Wonder Woman crossover where they fight the Centaur and they knock it down and he's standing behind it, and Wonder Woman says never stand behind a Centaur, and he's like, why? And it's just
Buzz.
Gets kicked in the nuts.
That was good.
And I've read The White Knight. So I'm not completely finished. So I've read The White Knight, The Curse of the White Knight, the Harley Quinn special, and the Red Hood special. So
how good was the Harley Quinn one?
Oh,
it's fantastic, isn't it?
Great.
Wait till you read the most recent one.
The Genesis one.
There's that one.
Beyond the White Knight, and there's
the White Knight, yeah.
So I've just started that one.
The one that comes after that's not that great.
The Genesis which will be the kids.
Yeah, that's a spin-off from that one.
Yeah,
but the Beyond White Knight.
Well,
I'm
read like the first frame where it's like old mates convince you don't know who is who yet, but like convincing this kid to go into the Batcave, and I built all this stuff bar one suit. You need to get it. He's like, all right, I've got the suit. I was like, it looks really dangerous. There's 2 security guards coming, and I've just killed them basically. Like this suit's doing things by itself.
Yeah,
like,
that's Terry. So it's Terry getting the Beyond suit.
But yeah, like the whole idea of Joker, like the 2 personalities of Joker with Jack and Joker and things was pretty cool.
That's explored more and Beyond as well.
Yeah, well, I've read up to the point where basically Jack is a chip implanted in Batman in Bruce's head. So that's I can see that having some fun over the next few episodes.
It is so well done. It's such a good series. I really, really enjoyed it. It's probably one of my favorite Batman series, I reckon.
I really enjoyed the Azrael arc.
Yeah.
Because that's sort of a character that I know has been an antagonist in Batman, but haven't really seen much outside of.
He was also Batman for a while as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, outside of like the 3 episodes he's in Gotham, that's the only bit I know about Azrael. So that's pretty cool. The Harley Quinn stuff throughout it has been great, and seeing some different tweaks, so like her and Bruce are married was the latest revelation as well. So looking forward to finding out what happened there. So.
I've also been reading some Witchblade. So I think I mentioned this previously, sort of just in passing. But Witchblade and The Darkness are now with Image Comics.
Yep.
They used to be Top Cow. Mm-hmm. I believe they were Image when they first started, way back down in the day. But they were with Top Cow for a long fucking time. Finally back with Image. Witchblade is up to issue, I want to say 17, and just had an annual. And The Darkness is up to issue 2. Witchblade is so fucking good. They've kind of taken the storyline of the original one, and because it's the same creator that's doing it, and they've kind of just changed it a little bit and made it a bit smoother and introduced more the religious parts of it quicker than they did in the previous ones and stuff. And like Jackie, The Darkness got issued quicker. Do you guys actually know what Witchblade is?
I was about to say, for those at home who don't know Witchblade, because I haven't read it.
I think I've seen the graphic novel or comic you thought of it.
So basically the Witchblade... I know you
definitely told me about it before.
The Witchblade is one of the artifacts around the world, and essentially it can only be worn by females, and it is kind of There's a holy trinity in these comics, kind of like Batman, Superman, blah, blah, blah. In these comics, you have the Darkness, you have Angelus, and then you have the Witchblade. The Witchblade is kind of the in-between of the Darkness and Angelus.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So basically, the Witchblade attaches itself onto a cop called Sarah Pazzini, and she gets shot in the first issue, and the Witchblade attaches it to her, brings her back to life, and she kind of becomes a detective by day, and by night a demon-hunting badass.
Marvelous.
That wears scantily clad clothes because the Witchblade rips them all the time and turns into armor, and depending on who's drawn it, it changes. And in the first few issues, it was all, I think, Miller did the first few issues of the artwork, which he's the guy that did Aspen, like Fathom Comics and all Aspen Comics, which is like Fathom and Soulfire and all that kind of stuff. He did the first, I think, like 12 issues or something like that. And beautiful art. And there's a guy called Nottingham who like carries around a fucking katana and just fucks people up. And there's big billionaire kind of guy, and he wants the Witchblade, so he's like tricking Sarah and Nottingham to do things and stuff like that.
Sure.
Then Jackie comes into it. Jackie Escada, who's the Darkness. He is essentially the son of a mob guy, and when he turns 21, he gets the power of the Darkness, which essentially any shadow he can make monsters come out of.
Marvelous.
And a lot of the monsters come out as little goblins with hats and smoke, and there's smart asses and stuff, but then there's also demons with big mouths that come out of it and shit. But one of the big things is he can't have sex. If he comes, he dies.
Right.
And then the Darkness will move on to his child when they turn 21 kind of thing. And that's a big part of his dad.
So the Darkness is really hoping he shoots well in that one shot.
Yeah, pretty much. And then the Angelus are essentially angels who their life goal is to destroy the Darkness.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the Darkness had 2 volumes in the original run, and it went for like all up. I think it was like 100 and something issues. Witchblade, I think, might have got to the 200-ish mark, 180. I think somewhere around that it finished, and like the Angelus ended up in that. And then they had a big top cow world where you found out there were 12 artifacts or something like that. And
yeah, okay. So they tried to expand on the
and
lore.
then Jackie and Sarah got together and they had a kid, and then that kid was like the epitome of all the artifacts and stuff, and it went fucking mental for a while there. But really, really good comics. There was a period there in Witchblade where a new artist took over and they went that painterly style.
Yeah.
And I did not dig it.
Yeah,
at
sure.
all. The stories were cool, but I just couldn't stand the fucking
I've loved
art.
the artwork in these Batman comics I've been reading.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I've been reading the new Witchblade. It's fantastic. Highly recommend people jump on board with
Something
that.
I just remember too, which as experienced comic book readers, you might say this happens all the time, but in White Knight, I've noticed whenever something happens where you need more information, it will say, see episode this.
Yep.
Is that a common comic book trend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of the times, especially if it's a crossover event, you'll see, because crossover events generally, especially with DC and Marvel, when they do it, it'll be like at the end of an issue, it'll be this continues in X-Men Volume 22, and then at the end of X-Men, this continues in fucking this person.
Oh, no,
this
it
jumps over. But then whilst it's going through those,
Yeah.
and it hits on a plot point that's appeared in previous issues, it'll be like, see X-Men 21.
Because it's like
see this.
mid-story, bottom of the panel is like, go to like return to volume 2 or
And sometimes you'll see something a little more random where it'll be like going through a story and it'll just be a reference, but it'll feel like a pointed reference, but you haven't touched on it in that comic, and it'll say go read something that's got nothing to do with this storyline, but that pointed reference is like, hey, if you want to know what that actually is, it's over here.
But no, it's cool. Looking forward to reading more.
No,
I'll probably finish the White. I'll probably read the kids saga because it takes fuck all time to read it. And then I'll find another Batman storyline to read after that.
I also just got all of the John Carter comics. I didn't realize there were any John Carter comics, and I found them and got into them, and I'm going to read the shit out of those.
I would be keen to do that because I think there's books.
So
there's
the books
that I know.
Oh God, what are they called? Bassoon,
No idea.
I think.
That sounds right because that's the planet, isn't it?
Yeah, so they are called.
I would have typed John Carter books.
Because, I mean, John Carter it was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. It got a lot of flack, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Barsoom. So the Barsoom series, there are 11 novels that he wrote, but apparently the last one of the novels, it said it was written by him, but everyone's like, this doesn't read like he wrote it.
Yeah,
and it eventually came out after he died and stuff that his son had written it.
Yeah, okay.
But I watched because I've read, I think the first one like years ago.
Well, I also didn't realize that they were from the early 1900s.
1912
say?
was the first one, and 1940 was the last one. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And it's the same guy that wrote Tarzan. He created Tarzan as well. In the same year, he created Tarzan and John Carter.
Well, one of them did more successful.
Well, basically, he had never written before.
Yep.
And he was reading, because they used to release this magazine that would have like parts of many different people's writings.
Sure.
And he would read them, and like they're all like, those generic-y kind of Indiana Jones-esque style things and stuff like that. And
I watched 2 movies.
And he'd read them, and he'd be like, I've never written before. I reckon I could write better than this. And literally,
and sure enough,
his first effort was fucking Tarzan. And then like 8 months later, he released the first Bassoon book.
Yeah, right.
which was
Fucking nailed it.
I believe it's John Princess of Mars was the first one.
Yeah, okay.
Which I believe got renamed to like something else later on. But yeah, so Princess of Mars, the Gods of Mars, Warlords of Mars, blah blah blah.
And in any case, I think that a comic around this, based like for the fact that I've only seen the movie, not read the books, I think a comic would slap.
Yeah, it's they look really good. The art looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
There's 4 different from the modern stuff, which is done by Dynamite. There's 4 different series.
Yeah, okay.
There's John Carter, Warlord of Mars, John Carter, The End. There's I can't remember what the girl's name is. It's her name. Deja Thoris and John Carter is one of the books, and John Carter of Mars is the other one.
Okay.
They're the Dynamite ones. But then there's a Marvel series that was done in like late 90s, and then there was another one that was done in like the 80s or something like that.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
But yeah, they look great, and I'm going to read the shit out of them.
Yeah, fucking oath.
And I might even read the books at some point. If I get around to it.
You will.
I know I will. Okay, so on to something completely different.
Marvelous.
So we are coming from Mantic soon is a little game called Dreadball All-Stars.
I know Dreadball.
I love Dreadball personally. Dreadball is basically a sci-fi sports game. It's kind of a mix of basketball, football kind of thing. Very Blood Bowl-esque. I personally think it's a much better game than Blood Bowl. But they're releasing a new version on Kickstarter, which is coming out in March, I believe. It's called Dreadball All-Stars, and they've changed it up drastically. It's not compatible with the original Dreadball. This is a standalone game.
Yep.
But this one is actually created by the creator of Blood Bowl.
Huh.
So he's come across the Mantic, which Mantic has done many times, because essentially Kings of War, which is their fantasy game, was created by the guys who wrote some of Warhammer Fantasy. Mm. So, Blood Bowl guys. And essentially it takes the essence of it, and now all of your players are star players. They all have their own little card. They all have their own abilities and stuff like that. And essentially you build a team and you play your opponent, and it just looks very, very nice. So if we go to the page here, you can see... that's the man there. What's his Jervis Johnson is the guy's name. And minis look really, really pretty.
The minis look sick.
And you got some board, like that's the board, and there's your cards. So you've got stats and stuff like that, individual abilities. You can flip them over if they're activated, all that kind of fun stuff. So it looks like it could be a very cool game if it goes anything like the OG.
Well, when you get it, we can play it.
Yeah,
Because I'll be honest, I've played Dreadball with you a couple times.
Yep.
It wasn't my jam. I just didn't, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it as much.
It's one of those games that the first time you play it, I found the first time you play it is not super fun because you got to get your head around the rules. Once your head's around the rules, you can actually play, and it's fun. You can think about strategy and stuff like that.
The rules, you understand the game.
Yeah,
but then because we've spoken about like Blood Bowl and whatnot in the past, but then you've got Blitz Bowl, and Blitz Bowl is fucking
kicks the shit out of Blood Bowl in my opinion as well.
Yeah, see, Blood Bowl, I don't mind Blood Bowl, but the problem is you need to play it a lot because you've got to get your head around the completely different style of board and thing like that for it to work. And if you just dabble in it like I do, you go like, "Oh, I just got pantsed." I just got pants. Like you need to be playing it a lot to actually understand your army, which is like anything, but your army and where you are on the board to actually know like this is my sweet spot. Like
sure.
Some armies' sweet spot is the middle of the board. Some armies is their sweet spot is on their own like try line.
I just found it was too much of we're just going to stand here and punch each other.
Well, that's usually the starter ones are. So like once you start getting to Skaven and your more your fun armies, like Skaven will fucking just jumping or whatever, and goblins are throwing goblins down the end for like Hail Marys.
Yeah, I've played a couple of the armies, and it just wasn't my jam.
I just stuck to your North Sea Chaos because I was like, I understand what to do here. Stand in the middle and just grind through the opposition.
See, I liked Blitz Bowl because Blitz Bowl it was that very similar with you stand there and you punch, but it had a lot more fun because it was a smaller board. It was easier to get around people and do strategic plays of move this person here and throw the ball and then they can score a try kind of thing. But then you had the added benefit of the cards. And there's always 3 cards on the board. And if you get the achievement on the card, you get the card, and it just smashes through, and it's so much quicker. The dice
for Blood Bowl make it really simple, but then also it's like if luck's not on your side, you're just fucked. If you're just even if you're with advantage, you're rolling double skull. Like, well, I'm fucked. Like it's. I think the cards
sounds something that was like quite frequent with you.
I have good luck in other games. Blood Bowl is not my game, but no, I like Blitz Bowl and things like that where you've got the cards we can add like extra things to it. I think is quite fun.
All right, let's move on from that to
very quickly.
Yep.
Sorry, Mantic are also bringing out.
I've seen that. Yes.
Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, Ghost in the Shell TTRPG.
Yeah.
Tabletop role playing game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be
very interesting.
That'll be interesting.
Because that was only just announced like 2-3 days ago.
Yeah. So very interesting. If they hit it out of the park, which they typically do with their games, I mean, it'll be pretty sweet.
So speaking of RPGs. Dungeon Crawler Carl?
We can. I don't have a thing set up for it, but we can briefly talk about it. Just because we give everyone an update of where we're up to.
I'm about 20 hours deep, so I finished book 1 on the audio book.
Yep.
Mate, if you aren't saying new achievement when we play D&D again, I'm out. I'm out.
So what you're telling me is I've got to come up with some fucking achievements.
Now,
for you idiots.
Just whatever.
Now that you've finished book 1, I just want to talk about so far. I'm about to finish book 3, and still my favourite line out of all of the books is in number 1 when they're in the safe room and there's the toaster and they get the toast that can up their mana, and he scans the toast and he goes, "This is mana toast. It's toast. It raises your mana. Fuck you." I was like. I was laughing
just
my ass off in my car.
And it was like when he gets the box, he's like, "Oh god damn it,
god damn it, donut." But done in Archer's voice.
So how far are you into book 2?
One thing you said with it being Archer, I get why you said that, but that's not who immediately came to my mind.
No, I don't get Archer either, but I do understand your point.
Keep talking while I think of the guy.
Well, I was asking you, where are you up to in book 2?
Oh, sorry, I've got about 2 hours to go in book 2.
Right, so we've just beaten the circus.
Oh, yeah.
And we've just got to the next town. So
the Skyfell town.
Yeah, so he's just got his supercharged box of shorts, so he ain't losing them anytime soon. So, yeah.
I knew he was never getting pants because I've seen the front cover for the books after, and he's got the same box of shorts on.
No, when he kept getting skills that meant you can't, must be barefoot, you must be something. This guy ain't never getting pants. Now, I have a question.
Yep.
This is a plot problem that I think we'll sort out. As the AI is explaining the game, there is 1 million people for doors to get down from level 1 to level 2. Then there's 500,000, and there's this. And every time it halves, Carl and... I'm assuming if we get to that far, Carl and Donut are going to have to fight each other or come up with an exploit out of the system. Because there's only one door out.
Yeah, but they can both take it.
No, they can't.
Why not?
Yeah, they can. Multiple people can go through the same door.
Maybe I've misunderstood this.
Definitely, because multiple people go down the stairs each time.
Yeah, but
groups and parties and all sorts.
I'll go back and double check because I
think of the retirement home people.
No, but they're talking about how many people are allowed onto the next level because each level designed to at best halve what they're doing.
No,
if it's worse than that,
it halves the amount of doors just so it's harder to find the doors.
Because
essentially then it kills more people. So
this is my problem with the audiobooks.
The power of
it's
logic.
too hard to go back and reread something because I'm like, fuck it.
The power of logic and the way that they're
wait till you get to book 3.
The way that
you're gonna be confused.
The way that they make it and the way that they design it. The first one's the easiest, so most people are going to survive, and then it gets harder. So there's going to be
I got that, but just the way they explain, I was like, hold on. They've just made Donut a character. That means this is going to fuck them up later. Like, it's not going to be anything until literally the very end.
No, I think there's other things that they'll try to bring in to fuck them two up, which
the way he's exploiting the system, I was like, well, he's just going to have plot armor and they're somehow going to exploit, like he's done with like all the film crews and stuff like that so far. I was like, he's going to exploit something down the end. And because Donut didn't enter as a character, therefore she doesn't count or some shit like that. But yeah.
No, as many as they want to can go down. It's fucking fantastic. And the guy who I was thinking of was Patrick Warburton.
Yep, I know you're talking
so
about.
That immediately as I started hearing his voice, it was that's who I heard.
No, it was just instant Archer in my head. So now I just picture Carl as Archer.
I see that too.
Yeah.
But it's fantastic. I've been telling everyone, go and fucking read / listen to it.
Yeah.
Audiobooks, because I was listening to you guys talk about it before, and you're like, the achievements get kind of annoying. In audiobook, they don't.
Yeah.
Achievement.
I love the fucking AI, man. The AI is so good.
You smush something.
No, look, I tend to agree with that because, as I was reading and as I said, like it started to get a little bit stale.
I could see that too because it'd be a wall of text of just reading something, but here the voices give new life to it.
Like each one of them you would laugh at and find funny, but then you're like, okay, come on, we need something to break this up.
I've read 3 pages of achievements here. I would like to move on with the story at some point where this is like, funny.
But in book 2, I found it quite interesting how there was a lot more of, what would you call it, subtext rather than actually within the story. Like he goes, when they're at the circus, you're at the circus, just finished the circus. So, I mean, there was a part there where it was like a whole chapter about him talking about the sensations and the feelings and everything associated with him being at the circus. Rather than talking about the circus. And they've done that quite a lot through this book, which I thought was interesting.
Really, you didn't get much background from book 1. It was just hit the ground running.
They'd set up the dungeon, like
exactly
how the dungeon works and the rules and stuff. And so this one's more that delves more into
and back into their dynamic. He's said the line that no one would risk their life for their pets.
Yes,
and it was like,
yeah.
You have that like 5 seconds of shit, that's not right, and then they've sort of just moved on. So I'm waiting for that to come back and like bite them in the ass. Him in the ass at some point.
I won't say anything other than that was that's a really good bit of the text and the way that it's like sort of plays out. It's quite good.
Okay, now moving on to a fan request. Rogues Galleries.
Now, we got this fan request from our Discord. So if you haven't already, go and check out our Discord. The link is in our socials. It's on the bottom of the YouTube video if you're watching there. Go and put it. We want to see, we want to know what you're reading, what you're watching, what you're playing, what you're painting, so we can talk about it with you guys and talk about it on the show. So go to Discord.
So Bevan has requested that we each have talk about 3 rogues that are lesser known rogues gallery, so villains from comic books, essentially for the non-comic speaking nerds. So we're each going to do 3 of them. So I have decided...
Just very quickly, so the one that the example that Bevan gave was Turner D. Century, who is a Marvel rogue. He's typically an enemy of Spider-Woman, Spider-Man, Dominic Fortune, Deadpool, and the Punisher. And just reading about him, it was very interesting in that he, like, because I had no fucking idea who he was. He's a guy who was basically brought up with the sense of older times are better times. Therefore, he's like Turner D. Century because he's associated with that time. So I'm like,
God, they love their fucking play on words.
I'm like, that is a very simple play on words. It works. And I'm like, cool. Like, well, yep, sure. I would like to read about him as a villain at some point in time just to see what he actually does. But yeah.
Well, I have decided I'm going to do mine a little bit differently.
Of course. We wouldn't do it any other way.
I'm going to surprise myself.
Okay. Why? By Googling it and seeing what pops up?
I've got the Marvel Encyclopedia here. I'm going to flip to a random page, and that is going to give us our lesser known rogue. So let's start off with, let's just go bang down the middle somewhere here. And we are going to talk about... nope, they're all pretty well known.
I thought that might happen.
Let's go.
While he's doing that, I'll talk about one that I've just read. The Mad Hatter. So I've sort of known about him before from Batman.
From DC,
yeah, but that's so seeing him more in the White Knight and things like that has been cool to see. So you'll be explaining a bit more better than I can, but basically tech guy. He hacks into the Batcave at one point, which is pretty sick.
Yep.
And has a mind control hat.
So I'm going to talk about...
pretty much it. Like, I honestly haven't read too much about the Mad Hatter.
Yeah, that's pretty much him. He's got like, he's very themed, like Alice in Wonderland themed and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to talk about Quinax. His first appearance was in the Tales of Astonish, number 74, December 1965. His real name's Quinax, also known as Amphibian. He's a gladiator. He's from planet Zentres, 7'9", weighs 915 pounds.
Fuck, you're not missing that guy.
Green eyes, has no hair. Special powers and abilities, a product of centuries of scientific breeding to create the ultimate fighting machine. It can travel fast and breathe underwater. He is from the Council of Elders sent Quinax to a mission to obtain a sphere of ultimate knowledge, telling him the sphere was needed to save the planet. Arriving on the homeworld of the Watchers, Quinax encountered the Hulk, who was also searching for the sphere. They fought, and Quinax was hurled into space, exiled from Quintars for his failure. Quintax, that's a lot of quotes.
There's a lot of
Traveled from the cosmos as a gladiator for hire. He eventually discovered the Council of Elders wanted the sphere in order to dominate Xantres. Dismayed by this, Quintax returned home, hoping to bring justice to his people. So he was an anti-hero. There you go. The more you know.
All right, first one for me. Bedbug. Now, Bedbug is a supervillain who can control people in their sleep through his bugs. Now, I thought this was cool because he is drawn really, really well, but I can understand why he did not stay around. But his 7 appearances through different Batman comics, he looks incredibly creepy. But in short, Bedbug is able to control people or sleepers to do his bidding, such as robberies by using mysterious bugs to infect their mind while they sleep. His first notable sleeper was Harley Quinn, who he used in order to try and break into a safe. But thanks to the efforts of Batman and Catwoman, his control was broken. Later on, Batman and Catwoman escaped from the police who were directly deployed by Bedbug because he had to set Batman up. I get why it's sort of, he's not in many because it's kind of like he controls bugs to get the mind control. It's like...
And you have to be asleep.
Yeah, you have to be asleep. So there's a few things to try and hit. I think
it's like one of those things where he's super powerful, but as long as 17 conditions are met.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it also seems pretty simple, like from that perspective, to then get them out of it. It's like, well, if he's under control, he's asleep, wake him up, and then he'll be aware and all that sort of stuff. So it's very well drawn. I can see from what I've read, not super well written.
All right, so my next one is probably a well-known one, but on the lesser side of the well-known ones. And I'll go with Hush.
Sure.
Okay.
Why?
Because he's extremely well-known,
Yeah.
but yes, go for it.
Okay. Well,
Definitely not.
Okay,
a
not to the people that aren't into the comic book world, he's not really, because he hasn't really been in much mainstream like movies and things like that.
Sure.
Where a lot of people's superhero knowledge,
Sure.
especially Daisy, is coming from what they've seen on the silver
Yeah,
screen.
yeah, no, that's fair.
Fuck, you've just taken the wind out of my sail. But Hush, so basically he is a former childhood friend of Bruce, whose dastardly plan to get his parents' fortunes was taken away by Bruce's father. So he basically grows up with this whole revenge scheme of trying to undermine Bruce and Batman, and does a really fucking good job in the comics I've read about it.
And wears bandages and a
Lots
trench
of
coat.
bandages, yes.
And it's a really good comic. Read it. We've talked about it many, many times, and there's also a cartoon of it. My second one is Spirit of 76. First appearance in The Invaders of Volume 1, number 14, March 1977. Inspired by Captain America's World War II exploits, William Naslin became the costume adventurer Spirit of 76. Well, that'd be a name to say every time. After battling Nazi spies in Philadelphia, Naslin moved to Great Britain and joined the Crusades team of heroes. Oh, he's not even a villain. God. Oh, my plans really aren't going well.
First, you've turned to the page of fucking Spider-Man.
Okay, let's go Nightshade. A child prodigy growing up in the poor Harlem neighborhood, Tilda Johnson developed a sophisticated understanding of psychics, genetics, and cybernetics. However, she hid her brilliance behind a veneer of childish behavior. Determined never to experience poverty again, Tilda saw crime as a way to get rich quick and assumed the name Nightshade. Using various chemicals to control others, she rose to the prominent position in New York's underworld, but drew the attention of Power Man and Iron Fist. Their repeated interventions eventually led to an extended prison sentence.
Who's Power Man?
Power Man.
Man with power.
Isn't it Luke Cage? Isn't that what he's...
I'm not sure.
Name?
Honestly, I thought he just went with Luke Cage.
He maybe does. I don't know.
I'm out.
The next one
Do you
for
like
me.
the book as well?
Nah, it's good.
Next one for me.
Sorry, Bevan. Sorry, our community. We finally got a community question, and we've kind of dropped the ball.
Hey, I haven't. Thank you very much. Yeah.
As a collective,
I've just done it in an interesting way.
Egghead, who is a Hank Pym or Ant-Man villain. The reason I got this one...
No, it's a Sonic villain.
Sure. The reason I got this one is because although it's a lesser-known rogue and all that sort of stuff, he has actually been in the MCU. And he was in the MCU in the second film, I think it was. So the second Ant-Man film.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he is Dr. Elias Starr, who is Ava's dad. Ava is Ghost So that's like the connection back, and you get him on the screen for like 30 seconds or something like that. But in essence, yeah, that guy.
No. Oh, he'd be in this book, wouldn't he?
Yeah. I thought you had him up on the page. So yeah, Egghead was locked in constant intellectual battle with Pym, which led him to move to more criminal actions. He even formed his own version of the Masters of Evil to take down Pym and the Avengers, though
that's
two
some
different
original
rosters
drawing.
fell into battle. While Egghead made quite a few more appearances than some of other forgotten villains on this list, he still made much of an impact. Egghead even briefly appeared, as I said, in the MCU, largely forgotten because he was on there for very few seconds.
His first appearance was in Tales of Astonish, number 38, December 1962.
There you go.
That's all right, I'll just find a new one. All right, here we go. Here's the last one. Let's go K's. We've got Carcass.
Cool.
His first appearance was in the Eternals, Volume 1, number 8, 1977. So, yeah, no one's going to know it because no one reads the Eternals.
Bingo.
The Deviants are an evolutionary offshoot of humanity with an established genetic code. Those genetic makeup variants beyond standards set by the Deviant priesthood are labeled mutates. The Deviant mutate Carcass was raised to be a gladiator, another gladiator. But at the heart, he was a philosopher. He was defeated in the arena by another mutate, Ransack, the Reject. Then Carcass asked Athena, a visiting Eternal, to grant sanctuary to him and the Reject. She transported them to Olympia, home of the Eternals. Ever since then, Carcass has been a staunch ally of the Eternals. He turned out to be a good guy. God. Marvel, get your shit.
I was waiting for it.
So was I. The last one for me. Now, this was my favorite that I came across, and this is Anchoress. Anchoress has 4 appearances
Does he turn out to be a
in
good guy
Batman.
too?
She. So Sonderbad, Batman Volume 1, Court of Owls, also in the Batman Annual. So Anchoress
So
is...
she's a newer one? Is it like the new Court of Owls? Like the Snyder one?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was.
She's a fairly new.
Fairly new one. But in any case, Anchoress is the oldest living inmate of Arkham Asylum, having been born in Gotham around the year 1898. As a young woman, she was intrigued by experimental physics in relation to the human body and as such studied quantum mechanics against her parents' wishes, who wished for her to go through with a marriage that they had arranged, etc., etc.
Against her. I'm going to study one of the hardest scientific things that's probably going to make me a lot of money.
Yep.
No, you're going to get married.
It was the late 1800s. So
New one.
full of guilt over the incident, or an incident that occurred with her physiology being altered on a quantum level, she was treated by 4 generations of doctors before the rise of criminals like the Joker or the Riddler.
4 generations.
Yeah,
She's
4
old.
generations. Because, 1898, she's still alive today.
Yep,
Oldest living inmate of Arkham.
I thought this was set back then.
No, oldest living inmate of Arkham.
What was her name?
Anchoress.
Anchoress.
Not
Yeah,
Anchorage.
and so basically, because of her being left to the winds and whatnot, yeah, that's her. So because she was left alone, she basically grew sour, and because of the neglect, she blamed Batman because Batman was putting that
Of course,
focus and
'cause
whatnot.
It's always Batman's fault.
Naturally, and because he had, in essence, created and incarcerated so many of those insane super criminals. So one night, Anchoress used her powers to unleash the inmates of the asylum in order to lure the Batman there, where she used her powers to capture, mock, and torture the vigilante, forcing him to experience the most painful memories and nightmares. Batman, however, managed to break free with the help of 2 employees, try to calm her, get hold of her as she passes through the floor. After being recaptured, the Anchoress is moved into a higher security cell capable of holding her, and she is now still within the walls of Arkham.
There you go.
And
With Batman and the Joker's
yeah,
ancestors.
exactly. With a cell that can actually hold it now. But no, of the 3 that I found, yeah, the magic and shit. Yeah, I thought she was fucking cool. I would love to read the shit out of her as a bad guy. She's fucking excellent.
Awesome.
Well written, looks creepy as fuck.
There you go. There's our half-assed effort at answering a question. There you go, Bevan. If you guys have any other questions, head to our Discord and discard and discard your question on the Discord.
Bevan, ask us another
link
one.
down below.
We'll do better. Sorry, Bevan.
Let us know how we went, and please do it individually, because I feel I did better than these guys.
I apologise to the chief franticler I'm sorry.
I'm not. I was trying to do it a different way,
So,
but it didn't work.
Speaking of Franticlers,
Things don't work.
Bevan might be number 1, but his position is in danger from our number 2, Mr. Philip, aka the Viking himself. It was his birthday yesterday at the time of recording on Wednesday. So, what camera am I looking at? That one?
Yep.
Happy birthday, Phil. Glad you've been repping the Frantic Nerdcast hat it doesn't come off his head. Doesn't come off his head.
And speaking of Viking, Phil, we are playing. Me and Zach have done our first live stream, and the episode is up as well of Baldur's Gate 3. We are doing it with Phil and with Taryn, his wife.
Yep.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh,
And Zach proceeded to shoot his own teammates multiple times.
yeah, I shot Phil in the back with a crossbow.
I died multiple times.
Deliberately or accidentally?
I chose him, but I thought he was the bad guy.
So,
I didn't realize the bad guys have red rings under their feet. Because to be fair, the rest of us were all standing together.
Yeah.
The bad guys all walk in from one door, and Phil's just there. He was in the wrong spot.
So there's one part where you start off in the ship and you're trying to get there, and you got to fight this mind flayer. And then there's a big demon guy.
Burn AJ with
But
Dragonfire as well.
He hit me multiple times. But then also, Phil, every time he casts this fucking spell, so we'd all like, okay, we're going to move and we're going to hit this demon thing. And then Phil would go, I'm going to cast a spell. And then it goes, swap places. So all of a sudden, we're standing next to Phil and the demon guy's fucking over that end. We're like, all right, let's go that way.
AJ is a barbarian who's trying to rage unsuccessfully now because of Phil. Because he was never in combat. I'm a fighter who was luckily a little bit faster than this short ass, so I could at least get back there for another swing. And Taryn was a druid who spent half the time healing the enemy. So even though we're playing this on like normal mode, we made it hard mode for ourselves.
There's one point we're in this temple and I found a trap, which I sprung. And it shoots these fireballs from either side and gets you. But I've gotten in the trap and I've died from this trap. And then all of a sudden, the fireballs just wouldn't stop. and then all of a sudden, it starts speeding up, and my computer's like starting to slow down because there's so much fucking fire. And these guys are all standing in the back going, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I don't know. This is fire."
Yeah, what can you see? Fire. I'm like, we're not in the room with fire. Where is the room? But no, Baldur's Gate. It's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more like a turn-based thing where there's a storyline going. We'd get to it like sort of D&D. Actual D&D on the screen, not more of we're actually just free roaming through and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's really fun. Apparently Phil has asked that I'm the only one allowed to do cutscenes because I'm a Dark Urge character and I have some fucked up history. So all of a sudden we see this magic portal.
Oh yeah, you chopped a dude's hand off.
A magic portal appeared and there's a guy sticking his hand out going, help me. And one of my options was, you daydreaming about cutting this man's hand off. So I clicked that one and then I cut his hand off. Sold it for $8.
That's beautiful.
It was profitable.
Yeah, so our first live stream is up on YouTube if you want to watch it. Probably in the next couple of weeks, we will do a second live stream. Hopefully this time, Phil and Taryn have their cameras working.
Oh, Phil, look, it is we're celebrating your birthday, but you're not getting away with this. The whole week, he's been really excited about streaming this. He's like, come on, boys, I'm excited. He goes, yep, I've got a camera for, we'll just have to share a camera. Yeah, that's fine. We get there. We're logging on. He goes, I haven't looked for my camera. I can't find the camera. I'm like, Phil. Sorry, Phil.
So it's not a matter of he didn't have it working. It just wasn't fucking there.
It wasn't there.
I haven't even looked for it yet.
No. He's like, I'll start looking for my camera. I'm like, huh? What? But speaking of cameras, he bought one of our flippy cameras. He got one of them for his birthday.
We have a flippy camera?
Yeah, the one.
Osmos.
Osmos,
yep.
yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it's the screen flips.
Okay, so... check it out.
Check
YouTube and let's go to our Twitch. Follow the Twitch or whatever you do. And
because episode 2 of my Zelda gameplay is out. Episode 3 will be out next week.
And he will probably be live streams. If you watch the live streams, you'll be way ahead of the episodes on YouTube.
I'm up to the first Death Mountain as the kid on the streams on YouTube's episode 3. Streams, I've just beaten the Fire Temple as an adult. I'm fucking ready to drown myself in the water temple, and that might happen because that temple does my fucking head in. I go from my favourite temple in the fire temple to my most hated in the water temple.
So if you go to Twitch, you'll be able to see him do that. Otherwise, episodes come out on Mondays at 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.
And Brock will stream when he buys a computer.
Okay, let's talk about some...
I could take people along the journey of the streaming via my current computer. That could be fun.
Let's talk about some movies that we have watched very quickly. I watched Honey, Don't. So this one is a detective noirish movie by Ethan Coen, so one of the Coen brothers.
Is that Chris?
Cap?
Is that Cap?
Yes, it has Cap. So it stars Margaret Qualley and Audrey Plaza and Chris Evans as the main sort of three people in the movie. I watched the trailer and I was like, oh, this looks like it could be interesting. Coen's movie. Coen's like make some weird ass movies and stuff like. I like Margaret Qualley.
Just from that intro, it's not good.
Oh no, it's fucking boring. It did not know what it wanted to be. It just did not know what it wanted to be. Margaret Qualley's good. She's a fantastic actor. I really enjoy her in everything she's in. For those, most people would probably know her from The Substance.
Yep.
But she's fucking awesome, especially for a Nepo. And yeah, it's really good. Chris Evans isn't in it much, but when he's in it, he's kind of, it's one of those roles where I'm just going to be zany.
Yeah, I was like, he looks like comic relief in that.
I'm just going to be zany kind of thing. He's the bad guy in it. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I've really got to say about that. It's not great. If you like Margaret Qualley, you like the Coens, watch it. If not, don't watch it.
I punished myself to answer the question of what was worse, Indiana Jones 4 or 5. 4 is worse. The Skull movie is infinitely worse. The fifth one...
Damn you both!
The fifth one, honestly, I think would have been good if it was like 45 minutes shorter.
I think it would have been better if it wasn't done.
Oh, no, that's right, too. It just felt like this is a movie like we've promised 2.5 hours, we've only got like an hour 40 of a movie. Let's just stretch everything out.
Okay, well, off of that subject and on to our next one, which I'm sure we're probably going to talk about pretty quickly. Brock watched Tron Ares.
And moving on.
It was... It was good.
It wasn't horrible, was it?
It wasn't horrible. It wasn't good. Like I definitely...
It's cool black.
It wasn't as good as...
Legacy.
Yeah. I really enjoyed Legacy. It wasn't as good as that.
Yeah, Legacy I thought was awesome.
Yeah.
I like the context. I like the story. I like how this one was starting to try and meld the computer world into the human world more than what the other one was. I think you touched on it where they missed out on being able to just sort of go from the end of Tron Legacy into Tron Ares to just sort of do that.
I kind of skipped over, made one little comment about the guy at the start, and one little comment about the end, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and that was kind of it. Whereas,
Legacy had more in it with about like the real life forms within the computer and stuff like that. But did you find it hilarious? It's like, you have 23 minutes or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, and that
they did a lot in 23 minutes.
That ship took you look, it shows it going over the fucking thing towards the city and you're like, that's going to take longer than 23 minutes to get there.
Yeah. It felt like every 23-minute block that they had was about, 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Like they missed it there. Like if they were going to go with such a short time frame, they needed to condense things or do things differently. Yes. But if they wanted to have these big epic scenes like that, they should have gone for longer. They should have said, they're there for 2 hours or some bullshit like that. I understand why they did the 23 minutes because it plays into the oh shit moment with the investors and all that type of stuff. But even 2 hours would play into the oh shit moment of the investors. Yeah. So I think that was a very, very missed
If you want
point.
AJ's review, go back to episode 90, guys.
There you go. Episode 90, my review.
Yeah.
Okay, on to another movie which two of us have watched and one of us has not watched, and that would be Anaconda, the reboot. So I watched Anaconda.
It was better than you thought it was going to be, though.
No, it wasn't.
No.
I
walked out.
Honestly, I watched the trailer and I saw the parts in it, and I was like, okay, yeah. And then I watched the movie and I was like, it's not as funny as it was in the trailer.
It's just Tropic Thunder though with stakes.
No, it's not even that. It's just it wasn't that great.
But the
of a movie.
storyline is we're going to go remake a story, and then the movie becomes real life.
The best part of the movie was the cameos.
Yeah.
Other than that, it just wasn't that good of a movie. Like, it could have been so much more, and it wasn't that great of a movie.
Well,
so that's my Anaconda. And then on to our last one that we're going to talk about, and I don't know if Zach's watched it, but I know me and Brock have, and that is Wonderman, the TV series.
I could have shocked you here.
Have you watched it?
No, I said I could have.
Oh, okay. So Wonderman
so you
is
were
on
right.
Disney Plus. The TV series on Disney Plus follows Wonderman. Also has Old Mate from the Mandarin, essentially.
Yep.
What was your thoughts?
I fucking loved it.
Okay.
I
fucking hated it.
I thought it was really good.
I'll watch it and I'll come and split the difference.
Yeah.
I was bored shitless throughout it. I did not give a fuck. It was like watching a really bad episode of Entourage.
This will come back to, you know how you gave that thing about Free Run? How you said like the opinion and the opinion. It follows that vein. Like it is slower. It is different between your bigger action scenes per se, and there aren't many action scenes. It's a lot more
it had nothing to do
verbiage
with
and
the action
whatnot.
scenes. It was just it was a boring show. Like I've watched so many shows better that do what it did better.
Oh, sure.
How long are the episodes?
40 45,
minutes,
thereabouts.
It's just standard Disney online stuff. And it was like the best part of it was the ending of the show, which I won't say obviously.
No.
I think that they did that really well of how they kind of did that part, and that was really, really enjoyable. But the start, like the whole Hollywood thing and all that kind of stuff, it was just, I've seen it done better so many times, and it just felt like the entire series could have been an episode of the show.
Nah, see, I loved Mandarin or Trevor Slattery.
Yes,
I loved him.
Trevor.
He was fantastic.
He was
through
always
it.
going to be fantastic. Ben Kingsley is an amazing actor.
Yes. This chap, I've forgotten his name, the main guy in it. I thought he was
Featuring
awesome.
Yaha Abdul Mateen
that
II as Simon Williams.
Yep. I think he was awesome. He was in, oh fuck, I've just gone. He was in Aquaman. He was Black.
He was too, Black Manta.
Yeah, Black Manta. But yeah, I thought he was great. I thought the way that he came into the role was awesome. I think he, like, giving that portrayal of going into like a smaller role and being a pain in the ass. I thought it was really, really cool the way that was done. I did a bit of reading on this ages ago, and like it kind of plays into the character of Simon Williams being an actor or going to be an actor later and all that sort of stuff. I thought that was really cool.
The whole storyline's pretty accurate to what the comic book storyline is and stuff.
I enjoyed the storyline. I enjoyed the way it was done. I thoroughly enjoyed the way that he was hiding his powers throughout the season, and the way that they sort of came forward and burst through. I thought the way that those scenes were done, it built to those scenes, and I thought those scenes were incredibly well done. And yeah, the story genuinely got me in and kept me going through the whole time. And the chemistry between those two was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I would highly recommend it to go.
You think they're gonna do West Coast Avengers now? He's like one of the founding members of West Coast.
No fucking idea what the MCU is going to do. Yeah. I think the MCU is completely dependent
it
on.
It doesn't know what it's going to do.
Yeah.
No.
It's going to be completely dependent on Doomsday and Secret Wars and what happens there.
I'm starting to have bad thoughts about these two Marvel Avenger movies.
Oh, no, they're going to be fantastic.
I hope so, but starting at like Fantastic Four vibes, where you and I were like, this is going to be fucking awesome, and then we're like, eh.
I didn't.
Nah.
You heard it originally.
I enjoyed the movie.
The second time you watched it, you enjoyed it more.
The first time you didn't.
It wasn't horrible, but I was like, it was a good movie. Yeah. It wasn't great. But Fantastic Four is never going to be a good movie.
I'm just starting to get nervous that there's a lot of hype and a lot of. This needs to do a lot of work for them.
But there was a lot of hype for an Infinity War as well.
And Endgame.
Yeah, but Infinity War had 10 years behind it of like
so does
story
this.
building.
That's 20 years.
This has got 20, yeah.
Yeah, but the last 10 haven't been as good.
No, they haven't.
That's what's got me worried.
Yourself.
Which means, see,
for yourself.
See, Marvel, you know what they've done? They've lowered the bar so everyone
that's it. Yeah.
Say smart. We're going to give you 10 years of shit movies.
That's right.
Go out with a blaze of glory.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But I mean, look, they could do anything. But this was under the Marvel, either the Spotlight or the television, whatever one they're doing at the moment.
They've pretty much come out and said most of the TV shows now it's going to be Spotlights.
Yeah, Spotlights I don't even know if it did come out as Spotlight. It was weird because Echo came out as Spotlight and it was the first Spotlight and that's what they were going to do from there. And then the next two were Marvel Television. Like, they forget about it and I think this might have been television as well. Either way. From that perspective, the idea of that is that it's its own thing. They're not necessarily tied into the MCU, although there's bits and pieces which will be spoken about and referenced and that sort of shit. So, will they do West Coast Avengers?
Yes, it is part of the MCU.
Of course it is. But
the idea is it's a standalone thing. So the MCU movies, the idea is watch the movies so that you understand the progression of the MCU. The TV shows, you don't need to watch the TV shows to get an understanding of what's happening in the movies. That's the idea. They were trying to make it so that the television series can be separate per se. Yes, they are still within the MCU, but they are separate. so that you don't have to have watched it to know what's going on.
That's right. You fucking tell him.
He's positioned to be a significant new powerhouse in the MCU.
Yeah, he's positioned to be because he's a fucking boss. Like, that doesn't mean they're going to use him again.
I'm just telling you what the internet's telling me.
All right, and lastly, we're going to talk about Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it when it came out.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this movie.
It's just not original anymore.
I just didn't care. That's why I've never talked about it.
And I had
it was boring as shit.
It was just so easy to pick apart.
Yeah, it's just like you knew what was going to happen every step of the way. It's just not original. Like, you didn't need to have yet another family get caught up in it and stuff. Like, just
even so you've got the originality, which wasn't there, which, I mean, it's a dinosaur movie. It wasn't going to be there. You come back to the way that they tried to actually portray things and, like, do whatever they were doing. Fucking, there was one moment where Scarlett Johansson is running out to the front of the boat, right? She's got the rifle thing.
Oh,
yeah, so she runs out to the front of the boat. She gets to the front of the boat. She gets down on one knee and then goes, "Buckle me in." So then somebody else has to run out and hook on a fucking carabiner. You're like...
Doesn't that person go over as well?
No. He stands behind and doesn't get thrown over. So, yeah, he goes up behind her, clips her in, and then stays behind her at the nose of the boat. But then, here's the thing. She then does a whole bunch of complicated shit with a gun. You're like, yeah, you were waiting for him to come up, clip you in. You could have just fucking clipped yourself in and then done that. And you're like, see, that sort of shit shits me because it's simple shit. But then you understand why they wanted to do it because they're trying to build a love interest between them two and get them connected and on the screen, all that sort of stuff. You're kind of like, no, that was so shit.
Everything you could see coming by, like the twist of who the bad guy was, you could see that coming from a mile away.
Exactly.
You know what this film was really about? Don't eat too much sugar. Because if old mate was not eating a Snickers, this would never been a problem.
But even that in itself, that would not have fucking happened. Like, if that went into the thing and blew a circuit or whatever, it's like, okay, alarm.
There'd be redundancies.
Done. Like, there's the movie fucking done. Like, it doesn't happen whatsoever. The big dinosaur, it was underused in my opinion. I think it was cool, but it was underused. You kind of saw it.
Yeah, you saw shadows, you saw bits and pieces, which I kind of get to make it more of a, like, oh my God, this is horrifying, but you never saw it to be scared.
Correct.
The best moment of the whole thing was the T-Rex as a puppy dog.
Yes. That was awesome.
That was fucking fantastic.
That was a sick scene.
But that was it.
But also what was funny that I thought pretty much immediately of the new dinosaur, the fucking D-Rex or whatever it's called, it looks like the Kraken from Wrath of Titans.
Oh, yeah, everyone said that.
I seen it, I'm like...
in the trailer, everyone like, that's the Kraken.
Yeah, Kraken. Well done. Reusing effects. Marvellous.
The best memory of watching this movie is as I walked out, there was a guy having his little chat, round table discussion with his friends. He's like, "Oh man, I had such high hopes for this movie. I'm super disappointed." I was like, "It's a dinosaur movie, man. Of course, it's not going to be like the top 5 movies of the year. Like, calm down. Like, if you expected that to be one of the best movies of the year, that's your fault."
If I'm walking into one of those movies, I want to have fun watching it. And I have to say, when I watched it, I'm like, you know what? I had fun watching it, but probably had fun for the wrong reasons because I was picking it apart.
Yeah, you were laughing at how bad it was, not actually this is semi-okay.
Yeah, exactly.
In the words of Jeremy Johns, an online YouTube movie reviewer, I won't remember it in T-5 seconds. That was shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of him, I watched his review of Wuthering Heights.
Oh, yeah.
The new
the
Robbie
movie that is apparently...
in his review, he says there were 3 males in the cinema, and they were the reviewers. The rest was all females. And he goes, it's pretty much female publicly acceptable porn, is the way he described it. And he goes, there's one scene where the dude grabs Margot Robbie by the corset and then lifts her up so her face is in line with his. And he goes, the entire cinema at the same time went, oh.
I've seen people post things online and they're like, so movie cinemas, when you're booking tickets for Wuthering Heights, don't put the single person next to the couple. It's just awkward for the single person. Like, they want to get off to this movie. They don't need the couple next to them.
Okay, so on Super Bowl previously, in our little 1 week off, Super Bowl happened, and Super Bowl means Super Bowl trailers.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
we're not going
I
to talk.
actually don't think I've watched one of them.
We're not going to talk about the halftime show. We're going to talk about the trailers.
That's right. Fuck the halftime show. Who cares? Minions and Monsters. The new Minion movie trailer dropped. So essentially, the Minions are now movie stars. And they have written a monster movie, and the director's like, "Where are you going to what are you going to get for the monsters?" And they're like, I don't know. So they accidentally summon Cthulhu, who is essentially like a little cute Cthulhu kind of thing, and he's like, "If you guys want the monsters, I know where monsters are," and they take him to Monster Island, and they get monsters, and it looks like just a whole heap of shenanigans in Minion style ensue, and it looks much better than Minion 2.
I haven't watched any of them.
Minion 1 was great. Minions 2, meh. This one looks actually good.
Minions or the Despicable Me?
This is Minions, not Despicable.
Yeah, because they're up to like
I've only seen
6.
Despicable.
Yeah, I think they're up to like 6.
Despicable movies are really good.
Yeah, no, that's what. Fun Minion fact: the Winter Olympics currently on. A figure skater had a Minion routine that was he was almost not allowed to because of copyright issues, but it got passed at like the last minute, so he was allowed to do the Minion routine.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
The next one is Hoppers. Now, I had never heard of this.
No.
So basically, a girl gets her sort of brain put into the body of a beaver.
Oh yeah,
and
I've
she
seen
can now
this.
hear
Yeah,
animals,
yeah.
and it just looks
Is this
like
like
it's
another
fun.
like animated?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
it's like an animated CGI one. It looks like it's like a fun kid one with adult humor chucked in on top of it that kids won't understand.
It does actually look quite fun.
So it looks like it'll be really enjoyable. Mario Galaxy. We got the new trailer for that, and we're introduced to Yoshi in the trailer, which is pretty fucking cool.
Was it just an egg?
No, you actually see Yoshi and all that kind of stuff, and it's
I just want it to be an egg.
It's not much other new footage. We don't really get much of the storyline and kind of stuff like that. Just the fact that we've got Yoshi now, which is pretty cool. Then we got the Supergirl trailer.
I did hear this was dropping.
We didn't get much new stuff. Essentially, we got some shots of her on Krypton. We got when she first gets crypto.
Yep.
Some pretty shots. Awesome music. As you know, James Gunn's world is always going to be awesome music.
Yep.
And then the rest of it was pretty much just the same shots we've seen.
Okay.
Grogu and Mando, or Mando and Grogu, whatever the fuck the movie's called. It's like a David Attenborough style voiceover with like close-ups on what are the things that run on two legs in Hoth?
Yeah,
I would say
the horns.
so
They're
that's
like
wrong.
they're like the horse things.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's just like close-up shots of them running through snow and all that kind of. Pretty much the start of Quentin Tarantino's Insidious, but
Whatever. Glorious Bastards.
No,
Glorious
Glorious Bastards, the Wild West one.
Yeah.
Not Wild, the
Hateful
snow
Eight.
one. Yeah, that one, Hateful Eight. Pretty much looks like a scene from that, but with Star Wars characters.
Yeah.
And it's like all shots and like a voiceover data and Brett style, and then it cuts to Mando handing the reins over, and like little hand comes up, takes the reins, and then they're just riding on a little chariot through the snow, and that was the trailer.
Are you going to watch this?
I'll watch it. I probably won't enjoy it because I haven't enjoyed any of the
I wasn't expecting you to watch it, so.
Then we got a trailer for a movie that I'm very much looking forward to, and it was the new trailer for Hail Mary.
Yeah. This looks
which
good.
is a movie which is by the same guy who did The Martian. He wrote he wrote the books. Essentially, the sun is dying, and a dude has to go on a ship to the sun and try and reignite it. Same kind of thing as Sunshine, but obviously not a horror movie.
Yep.
And along the way, he comes across a little rock alien. They have to learn to communicate because they're both got the same goal, and it looks like it's a good combination of comedy, sci-fi-ness, action, very much like The Martian was. And it looks like it's going to be
Martian
very,
was
very
such a good
enjoyable.
movie.
Then we got a trailer for Scream. No one cares. Then we also got a trailer for Disclosure Day, which is a new Steven Spielberg alien invasion film.
Ooh, okay.
I've seen a little trailer, like a snippet, like a teaser trailer for it, and this trailer looks awesome. So essentially, what it looks like, it doesn't give much away. What it looks like to me is they're here already, and they've infiltrated and all that kind of stuff, and it's people wanting to let the human race know that aliens are here kind of situation.
Yeah, okay.
And it looks really fucking good. Like the shots are beautiful. Everything about it looks amazing. Get on there and watch the trailer. It just looks like it's going to be fucking
Yeah, if it
good.
doesn't give anything away, I'll give it a go.
No, I have no idea what the storyline is.
Awesome.
Which is how a trailer should be done. And that is all of the Super Bowl trailers that I wanted to talk about.
Cool.
We will jump onto one quick one that I thought I should mention just because,
I thought you were going to mention this earlier when we were talking about Joshua Jackson.
No, well, I probably should have. I didn't link it. But unfortunately, in the last week or so, James Van Der Beek has passed away from his cancer.
Yes.
Which is very sad. He was a very talented actor. He had some glorious roles that do not include Dawson's Creek, although Dawson's Creek did set
It's probably
the
what most
tone
people
and
would
the
know.
precedent for
Yeah.
most TV teen dramas after it.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything tried to copy Dawson's Creek.
Yeah, I'd agree
Most
with
of them did not succeed, but and then it also launched massive careers of Joshua Jackson, Katie Holmes, James Van Der Beek, and the girl, whatever her name is. She played like Marilyn Monroe in movies and stuff.
Cool. Good on her.
But yeah,
Massive career.
if you want to see James Van Der Beek at his best, The Bitch in Apartment 23.
Yes.
Sensational show that got cancelled way too early. He plays a super heightened version of himself that is just arrogant and knows
Because this has got Jessica Jones is the bitch,
yes,
isn't it?
yes.
Yeah.
And like he plays himself, but like a super arrogant, womanizing version of himself. And it's just every time he's on screen, you're like, this is a fantastic character.
I do love it when people play themselves like this. It usually always ends up well.
Yeah.
Because they could just have fun.
Well, that was one of the best parts of Entourage.
Yeah.
Like whenever they had an actor come on and play themselves as an actor, but they always played a different version.
Sure.
Of Mark Wahlberg, whenever he came on, he was played an asshole, which he probably is in real life. But, sorry, Mark. we know you're a fan tickler, Mark. We love you. But yeah, it's sad, unfortunately. He will live on through his work, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
All right, anything else we want to talk about?
Pokemon.
All right.
Just a quick one.
Let me get Pokemon up. There it is.
Just the new set is, or basically the next wave of the new set is released because this one's being released in stages. So Australia was 2 weeks behind the world with the tech sticker pack that came out last Friday. Tomorrow, the ETBs and a few of the other things come out. So this is basically a set that's being rreleased in like 5 or 6 different waves.
Today when this episode
Yes, today when it comes, it's released.
Yes, because we're live.
Yes. But yeah, so this is a set.
You fucking idiot.
I think we've touched on it before, but I am not going to even try to do a collection of it, let alone the master set. It's fucking massive.
296 cards, I think it is. It's
Yeah.
the biggest set that there has been.
It's basically every base card has 4 versions of itself. The normal, the reverse, the Pokeball, and its color card.
Yeah.
So you get if it's a grass card, it's got the grass symbol on one of them, and then a Pokeball version of it. And no,
Means we're going to get some interesting challenge videos coming out on the internet. Not from us. Not from us. From
TikTok. Sorry,
the other
TikTok.
one.
Sorry, TikTok.
Yeah, we're still banned from TikTok, guys. Sorry.
Our 12 viewers apparently didn't like it. Phil is going to be opening a fuck ton of it because it's got a lot of Dragonite cards and he wants them.
Oh, fair
He
enough.
pulled probably the smallest of the bigger Dragonites for his birthday from on a pack yesterday. So well done, Phil.
Good on you.
But yeah,
what do they call them? The
Mega
attack
attack,
cards? The attack
Mega
cards.
attack cards or something. But yeah, this is a set. I'm like, I'll be opening and hopefully I get a card because then it'll be going to trade that in or sell that.
Yeah.
I have no interest whatsoever in trying to master set this set.
Well,
The Gengar card is sick though.
I've seen that.
I
It
would
looks
like the
fucking
Gengar
nice.
card. That's probably the only card I'd get and not get rid of. But if I get that Dragonite, I'm sorry, Phil, I'm selling it.
To you if you want, Phil.
Yeah.
On a Pokemon adjacent, Pal World TCG comes out next month, I believe it is.
Oh, shit. I thought that had ages left.
I think it's next month. There's one store in Australia that's got up for pre-order so far. $110 for a booster, which isn't bad.
A booster or a booster box?
Booster pack.
What do you get in the box? Is it a...
I don't know what's in it.
Yeah, okay.
But,
12
No, I mean,
cards.
how many?
It is a Japanese, it's Bushi Road, so there's highly likely they're very small booster boxes. But yeah, it comes out soon, so it'll be interesting. I have no idea how the game plays, whether it's going to just be a Pokemon knockoff, like what it is, like if it's going to be a Pokemon TCG knockoff. But I know because you can equip weapons to them and stuff like that. And,
July 30.
oh, there you go,
Maybe
July.
it's pre-release or something.
It's not that. It's not. It's still close. It's just not much.
But then we've started to do something as the podcast. We've already booked
Have we?
hotels. Yeah, we booked hotels
Oh, we did.
for PAX We're going to PAX one way or another.
baby.
We booked hotels.
Yeah, you clearly did not read the chat that we spammed you in constantly.
We've booked you a bed, mate. So
Fuck.
you're coming,
It's not like it's one message in the chat. There's a full conversation.
and we're booking flights next week.
Okay, shit.
So get prepared.
Because otherwise you'd be like me and book it last minute and end up in a unsafe sleeping environment.
Pretty sure it was a drug deal.
And really expensive flights.
If you want to hear us talk about it, go back to episode 90, I believe it was, where we talk about our PAX experience.
That was a jag. That was just made up.
No, I'm pretty sure. You can fucking look at it. I'm pretty sure it was
episode
episode 90.
we were talking about movies. It wasn't our PAX review.
Shit, eh?
It'd be in the 80s, though. He's not far wrong.
We're getting PAX ready just because, you got to get all the shit in early.
Because it was fun and we want to go get more swag.
That's right.
And we'll be there for all 3 days, so hopefully there's a bit more content for you guys, but also there's more chance for us to go and play a lot of the games and things.
That's correct.
There's a few games that we probably would have liked to have gone through and had a bit more of a demo playthrough, but we just didn't get the time. So
Yes. And then continuing on with the TCG theme, Gundam. I got myself set 3 Steel Requiem of Gundam.
these are cheap booster
Interesting,
boxes.
they changed the booster box from a solid front to a display front, which is a little upsetting to my opinion. But it is a fantastic set. If you would like to see me open it, we have a channel on the YouTube. And it's got some beautiful...
Also called a video on
beautiful,
YouTube.
yeah, that too. Beautiful art in it. Really nice set.
It's a fun game too. So
I got pretty much the whole set minus 4 cards, which is a continuing trend for all 3 booster boxes that I've opened. I've only opened 1 booster box of each one, and every time I've had either 3 or 4 cards
I've got
missing.
a booster of Steel Requiem to open. So yes.
They're all 4 cards that I'm missing are LRs. So, but other than that, I got most of the cards, and they are gorgeous. I got myself one of the alt art ones, which is like a beautiful hand-drawn one of the
nice.
Gundams holding a little girl in a hand. Looks really nice. Going to get it graded. But yeah, and then also on top of the grading thing, we will be grading more cards soon. So we get to play more of our grade. What grade did we get game?
I went to sing the Deep Pocket Monster theme and I backed out of it.
No. Yeah,
Don't want to get censored.
that's right. So we will be getting them away, and then obviously in about 2 months we'll have another game of what grade did we get.
It'll be about 6 months from now.
Well, apparently their website says they're 2 months now.
They're
nice.
doing some.
The alt. You can get alt art.
Yeah.
tops.
So
Yeah, the continuation. I know the
Dion?
TCG was doing it, but depends who we go.
one of the guys that's a sort of an up-and-coming Pokemon content creator over in Perth, friends with Phil. He got a package from TCG back in. The Bulbasaur from Mega Evolution had the theme top and things.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
got to pay.
No, I
extra
think
for it,
I'm
obviously.
pretty sure he's Sydney.
No, he's Perth.
Is he?
Yeah.
I thought he just flew over for that.
Right.
Anywho.
No, he's in Perth.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Tell us in the comments where.
Phil, where does he live? I'm pretty sure his name's Dion.
Dylan. TCG grading.
Dylan.
Yeah.
Not
TCG
Dion.
grading. We will be going with you again for our next lot of cards. So
You want to go through PCG for your fancy pristine 10 boxes?
no,
Okay. TCG.
we're coming to you. So
We're exclusive TCG.
if anyone's
here.
watching from them, hit us up, and we're going to be sending like a lot of cards to you.
I've
so,
got the promo of the set of the promo legendary birds to
So do
send
I.
in. Yep. So we'll need to put that in differently so we know what one's what.
Indeed.
Because I've got 3, he wants 3. We want them in. What's the word? Ascending order.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm also not ready to do my Gundam stuff because I obviously need to complete the resourcing for
oh mate,
that
you are so far behind.
You will
now.
never
But
complete that.
I am also I'm only
You'll
going
never
to do
complete
it.
that until they stop making sets.
No, but I'm going to do it per set. I'm not going to do fucking
They're
one.
going to get to a point where they're going to have to change what they're doing because there's only
Exactly.
so many Gundams.
Yeah, exactly.
There's only mobile suits.
They'll
But
do
there's,
like Gundam fight
there's
suits.
29 of them at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. I think I've got about 10 thereabouts.
Of the shiny
got-
ones.
Yep.
I've got 1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
see,
I have-
better than your
I have
I-
2
but-
of the newer ones if
but-
you would like to swap for them.
But very quickly as well.
Get some of the cards I'm
Another
missing.
little fucking shout out for Phil because he hooked me up big time and got me one of the shiny resources, but the plus for the new set.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Phil,
So,
AJ's
fuck
upset
yeah.
with you now because he's the Gundam man. You didn't
Yeah,
I
like.
don't-
he's the
care about the
Gundam man.
resources.
I'm the Gundam resource man.
I don't care about the resources. I just want I just want my cards.
So we've tried to get we've convinced Phil and Taryn to come to PAX as well.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
So if you,
which is now on the internet. This is out there in public.
Phil, Taryn,
Phil
you're
and
coming.
Taryn, you are officially coming to PAX 2026.
Could
Australia.
be the first time we meet our number 2 Franticler,
Yep.
which could push him up to number 1.
Yeah,
Bevan,
by that
unless
point,
you come to PAX.
Bevan, are you coming to PAX?
Bevan, you
If
come
you're
to PAX, you know.
Fuck you. You're number
Come
2.
on, man. I've lost what I was going to say, so continue. Off sidetrack. PAX, it's going to be fun.
All right, that's all we've got to talk this episode.
We've got
I believe.
episode 100 in 2 weeks now.
Yes.
90, because next week you wouldn't believe it is episode 99,
What?
and then we've got episode 100.
We're not skipping just straight to 101?
Nah. Oh, we
It
might.
might upset Bevan if you But so in the meantime, head over to our YouTube, subscribe. We're at 118 at the time of recording. Let's get us to 125 in 2 weeks' time.
that'd be
We're not
nice.
greedy. We're just frantic, not greedy.
Yeah, that's correct.
Head over to the socials. I said head to the Discord. Head to our Twitch. Definitely, if you want to look at our Twitch, look at our Instagram, so you'll find out when we're going live. We'll be posting things in our stories there, so you know exactly when. Fortunately, at the moment, we're all dads and we don't have a set stream time as of yet.
Right.
But yeah, so check out our socials. And really check out the Discord, as you've seen. We've talked about Bevan's suggestion. Tell us what you're playing, watching, viewing, painting, whatever it is, gaming. We want to talk about it with you. We want to talk about it on the show. So put it on the Discord.
Exactly.
Please.
Oh, one last thing as well.
Oh.
So if some of the fans who listen to every episode might remember, way back we did a thing of creating our own superhero.
Did we?
Yes, where we created our own characters and stuff.
Would you believe I have actually done stuff on that since then?
So have I. And that's what I just wanted to bring up. I have actually started writing a book.
Oh, so you went for book
I
rather than
went
comic
for
book?
a book,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
So I've actually written 3 full chapters, and I'm writing the 4th chapter at the moment, and I'm writing the World Bible for it at the moment.
I can't even remember what mine was.
So whether or not I finish it or not, it's another story. But I just wanted to put it out in the real world that it's happening, and a book is being written. I've got all the plot points for the first book written out. The World Bible's just coming in. I was talking to Brendan today about it. I'm kind of writing things of like the rules of the world.
Yeah.
And I'd write one thing and be like, shit, now this plot that I wrote can't happen.
Yep.
And then I'd write something else and be like, fuck, now this can't happen. And write something, fuck, and I'll get rid of that then. And then I write something, like, is that too complicated?
Yes. Yes, it is.
No, it'll be fine. We'll just have someone explain it really dumbly and stuff like that. But it's coming along very swimmingly. I've changed a whole heap of stuff from the original idea that I came up with. But is working. Mine is essentially a dude who touches things and can see visions, kind of Dead Zone-esque. The character is kind of John Constantine-ish, and there's angels and demons and stuff like that.
Sweet.
Mine
but
was to do with like space and stuff. He was called Solus. He was like a
Oh, that's right.
yeah, had something to do with like the sun and like the moon phases and stuff like that.
So that's happening. At some point, I'll continue to talk about it. If not, then I've probably stopped working on it. But until then, we'll see you next time for episode 99, baby.
Stay frantic.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to Frantic Nerdcast.
You can find all our latest news and information on Facebook or at franticnerdcast.com.
You can find us on Instagram at Frantic Nerdcast. Find AJ at Weird Art by AJ. Find Zach at Frantic Kaz and myself at Frantic Brock.
Please make sure to head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe for more YouTube-only content like Sequelize It and Plays Games.